fans, do you want to win your share of $100,000? Simply enter the houseofboxing.com Fight Night Prediction Challenge. Compete with boxing fans around the world. Simply head over to houseofboxing.com and sign up now.
This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and William Hill. Delighted to be joined with Hall of Fame promoter Mr. Frank Warren. We've just concluded the press conference for Hamzah Sheeraz versus Liam Williams. Hamzah is someone that you've known for a long time, promoted him for a long time. He gets a big acid test, a big name. You must be buzzing for this one.
I am. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for Liam because Liam obviously wants to show the world he's still got something to offer. He's well ranked. He's in the top 10 of the WBC. And Hamzah's obviously a young man who's on a mission. He's undefeated. Had a fantastic win on the undercard of Daniel Dubois and Usyk. Fabulous win. Stopped the guy in the second round who was a really top quality Ukrainian Olympian and also undefeated as a professional. And he'd done him in style. So I think this is going to be I think this will be a real test for him, and hopefully he comes through it. And he comes through it. I think it's going to put him well and truly on the map.
Do you feel like Hamzah has to be careful because he's never really faced anyone like Liam Williams before, especially with his experience?
Well, last time he fought a guy who's undefeated and had a good Olympic background. What I think is with Liam is that the British public know him. They know him, and we all know what the backstory is, and we all know what he said today. You know, he's not stupid. He knows that this is a fight as far as his professional career is concerned and his ranking. He can't afford to lose. So is it going to be a mistake? Are we pushing him too far? I don't know. We'll find out on the night. I believe in him, but we'll find out on the night for sure.
Is there a lot more value in having a British opponent? Because it's all well and good getting some, you might get a European opponent in who's good, but no one really hears of him. So when you make fights as a promoter, is it better to have British fighters because they're known to the public?
Well, sometimes it is. You've got to take, in boxing, you have to seize the moment. Because if there's somebody there who's available and you feel it's the right job for your guy, make the fight. Sometimes that's not the case, so you've got to look for plan B. All I look for is, or I try to do, when guys at this stage of their careers, to find fights, or put them in fights that I feel are going to challenge them and prepare them for the big fight, winning a world title and defending it.
So we'll run through the undercard. We see Sam Noakes back out, Gavin, Gwynne, a new sign-in, potentially a big fight between them two then.
Well, first of all, they've got to get through their respective fights, but Gavin's got a real tough fight in his hand. He's fighting for the European title, so that's going to be brilliant. And Sam, who's done everything that's been asked of him, in some ways he's gone under the radar. Was he 11-0 now, 11 knockouts? I mean, that's a phenomenal record at this stage of his career. And he's a lovely guy. I mean, you hear him today on there, as is Gavin, and as is Mark Chamberlain. I mean, we're blessed with talent there, but there's some great fights to be made. We've got some great fights we can make between all these fellas.
Also, good to see Chapman back out again after her cut in her last fight.
Yeah, it's horrible that was, her getting cut in that, but she's the Queen of Queensbury, and as far as we're concerned, we're behind her, and we're going to push her all the way to hopefully get her in a position to fight for a world title, and I'm quite sure if we do that, she'll win it.
So moving on to other business, we saw today the Daily Mail reported that Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr. has been agreed for December 23rd, potentially in the Middle East if Conor Benn can't fight in the UK. Obviously, there's that comes with a potential of Oleksandr Usyk versus Tyson Fury on that same date. Just firstly, what do you think of that fight being made where there's still the appeal going on?
My views have not changed from day one. He needs to answer to the British Boxing Board of Control and UKAD why he failed his test. And he hasn't done that.
So where we see the December 23rd date, I know that never got reported by Queensbury, it got reported by Mike Coppinger. Do you feel like we could potentially see a clash between the two? I know Fury has to get through Francis Ngannou first.
He's got his fight on the 28th, and we'll see what happens after that. But if there were a clash, it won't bother me in the slightest.
And just from a viewing point, if those fights do happen on the same day, where do you think the British public will be tuning into?
Well, that's a tough one. Now, will they want to watch the fight of the century with the heavyweights for 4 belts? Will they want to watch that, or will they want to watch somebody who's not answered why he failed his drug test against a 36-year-old Chris? Is it 35, 36-year-old Chris Eubank for what belt they fighting for?
No belt, no belts on the line.
There's no belt, is there? There's a pair of braces. I don't know, whatever they're fighting. Who cares? I don't care. We'll keep hearing about it as this fight, you know. Don't clear up all the problems. All I know is the fight that we got signed, whenever it goes on, is going to be a fight that everybody has an interest in boxing. I want to see it because it's boxing at the highest level.
So, well, we'll talk about boxing at a certain level. Former Queensbury prospect Tommy Fury takes on KSI in the second sort of time he's fought an influencer. What do you make of the fight? Are you going to be tuning in?
I may watch it. I don't know. I mean, look, it's a fight that I believe Tommy should win because he's the guy who's an experienced boxer and has the boxing background. I haven't seen KSI fight, to be honest. I've never seen him fight, so I can't really make comment on that. But I would expect Tommy to beat most of these YouTube fellows, but we'll see. And they'll both do well out of it, and good luck to them. As long as I say, like I've always said, as long as medically they're both fit to fight, as long as there is great medical coverage on the night, God forbid anything goes wrong, let them get on with it and earn some money. Good luck to them.
Is it a concern? Because I was chatting to people today and they were talking about, this might be the biggest fight on the zone this year. I understand that as a rival broadcaster to you, but is it a concern of that an influencer fight is taken away from the professional boxing?
The biggest fight on the
That's
zone?
what people are saying.
No, you better ask, I suppose, the people at the zone. If I was them, I'm saying how much money am I paying for this and what have I been paying for the other fights that are on? That will be a question that will have to be asked. It's not my worry, though. It's somebody else's worry.
And you've been in the game for a long time, you've been around boxing for a long time. How much do you feel like the game has changed when the influencers come in and they're taking, there's so much shine on it compared to the professional boxing?
It's the shine is because it's a young audience, and at the end of it all, what will happen? It will have a level. It will reach a level, unless the youngsters want to keep watching fights at the level that it is. But it will reach a level, and at the moment they're all doing well and earning money. We'll see where they go. I mean, you still see. I mean, how can I put it? All those youngsters who watch that YouTube fight, they are going to be in droves watching Tyson Fury and Usyk when it happens. They're going to watch it. So I'm not concerned about that.
Just a last one for me, because I know.
If you take out two or three of whoever they are, like of the influencers. Other than that, who are they? I mean, maybe I'm an old fuck, so I don't know. But I mean, if you take a few of them out, who are they? I don't even know who they are.
Just a last one from me. Something a bit of a different question. We see that there's a current era of heavyweights. You see the likes of Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. Who do you think, after this era is done, who do you think will be the man that will reign the heavyweight division after this current crop?
Well, there's quite a few youngsters coming through there. You've got a great fight between Fabio and David. That's a cracking fight. It's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. I mean, obviously there's no love lost between them or any of them. You've got Moses Ituama coming through, who's looking something special, and has been highly thought of by most people in boxing. So, it's there to be done for someone. It's there to be done. But these guys are not, Tyson, I think, can fight as long as he wants to. At the moment, he can do it as long as he wants to. Usyk, I think he'll get beaten by Tyson when the fight happens. And then he'll make his mind up what he wants to do.
Frank, always a pleasure. Thank you for your time for today and yesterday, mate.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Top man. Thank you, mate. Cheers.